Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Later on today, Kemi Badenoch will be having a meeting with an EU official by the name of Paul Serrano. She will be explaining to him that should the Tories win the next election, then any agreements made between the EU and Starmer's government will be null and void. She will not back them up. Effectively, they're not worth the paper they're written on. And she's trying to do this in advance of any kind of action by Starmer. She wants the EU to know that nothing he agrees to will be honoured once there's a change of government. Now, while I kind of praise the sentiment, I do think she's being hopelessly optimistic. Because there's no way on earth, I think, that the Conservatives are going to win the next election. At best, they'll form a junior partnership as part of a reform-led coalition. Or possibly come third. Who knows? I mean, it's all up in the air at the moment, isn't it? There's nothing set in stone. But the way it's going with polling, it's undoubtedly going to be a reform government one way or another. And Reform are already, I think, much of the opinion that Kemi Badenoch has, that they're not going to honour anything that Starmer does that brings them closer to the EU, for some very obvious reasons. And so it does kind of cut Starmer off at the knees. But it does also push. It puts Kemi, I think, on a little bit of a high to think that she thinks she's going to win the next election. It's a bit ridiculous, really. But it is nice to see that at least somebody, even if it's Kemi, is prepared to lay it out and to, I think, really ridicule Starmer. He's going to go into these things and knowing that the people there know that it isn't going to stick. Gives him a very bad negotiating position. But hey-ho, every other position he's ever taken has been pretty bad, and he's never negotiated anything good in his life, has he? Except perhaps the non-trial appearance of Jimmy Savile. That seems to be about the only thing he's ever achieved. Anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks a lot. Bye.